pills.
Influx is first out of the gate. The top of each board slightly jagged. It looks like there's more. I think I like Influx's board more. It looks like there's a lot more virus clear moves that are quickly accessible.
Mhm. Now, Influx, or sorry, Adelito has got quite a bit of blue on the top of this board. His moves at the top have been pretty straightforward because the yellows have been further down. You can't really build down to them because of this barrage of red on the side. It looks like a double input perhaps for Adelito. He mentioned that that was happening. That made his pills go really quickly.
Yeah, that does happen. Looking at Influx's board right now, columns 7 and 8 are sealed off until he can knock out those blues at the top of column 6. Because it would be a really tricky maneuver to try to get a pill all the way over into column 8. Honestly, that's not very possible on the high speed he's playing at, but he gets the blue he needs and he gets his under clear, and he is pretty much cleared for launch on the rest of this board.
hmm And Adelito had an excellent combo, taking out and evening out his board. And it was based on a couple of different horizontals. Looks like he might be making a play for a horizontal in the yellows in row 3. And that will come with the blue dropping, the double blue there. Also has a possibility for a red horizontal. And there is a lot of red on Adelito's board, but he is making it work and he's off to a 7 virus lead. But you see that Influx has a ton of pill halves on this board, and that's what really matters. It means there's plans incoming.
Yeah, it looks like there was a pill misplacement on Adelito's board on the left-hand side. You see that stack of pill fragments just
hmm
there's no easy way out of that now. That's gonna be a problem for him in his endgame, but he's maintaining a 9 virus lead, so he has at least a little breathing room right now to where he
hmm
doesn't have to panic. But right now, he really needs specific pills that he's just not getting so that he can clear this out conventionally.
Yeah, and Influx has a little bit of trouble there in his column 8. You see that blue stacked on top pretty far, but a plan, I think, is forming to take those yellows out horizontally. And he's shaking his head because, yeah, those yellows went a little bit early, dropping down and ruining that possibility for the double drop horizontal. And Adelito into level 15 already. Influx waiting on this last blue out at a 250, and he does not like it.
Yeah, Adelito got hamstrung in his end game at 14. You saw he really needed specific pills just to be able to clear everything in columns 1 and 2, while Influx was struggling to line up the horizontal clears he needed. So that kind of evened things out between each player. And right now, it's still anyone's game. It's about a half a dozen virus lead for Adelito.
And that is nothing at this stage in in this level block. There is still so much to do, so many decisions to make. Adelito looking to signal that he would like a blue. Double blue would be excellent here in the top of that board, and he's gonna get it. Very nicely done, and a combo cascading down. But Influx just 4 viruses behind, and looking pretty good here. Nice horizontal into a vertical and just clearing out this board.
Yeah, it looks like he gave up on the horizontal there because he would have had a little bit of yellow garbage in column 3. Looks like he just decided to abandon that plan and stop trying to wait for the perfect pill. Maybe he's just feels a little bit scarred from that end game in 14 and just wants to cut through as quickly as possible.
Mm. Great combo incoming from Adelito, a T into 2 different verticals. Really amazing work to just take out so much of this board.
Little drop combo by Influx over in column 8. He's he's got great setups right here. Gets the sweet tea. And he's set up on the bottom with a horizontal clear on that blue virus in column 6. Everything's set up nicely, but Adelito is the first out of 15 at about 442.
hmm And he's already setting up for some horizontals here at the top of the board. He just needs to get some red. So we'll hope that he gets that. Meanwhile, Influx just needs two more red, and he's going to be out at a 502 as, wow, Adelito does get all the red that he needs and takes quite a bit off the board.
Yeah, he had a nice little goalpost clear where he got the horizontal that he was waiting for, and it triggered a couple of yellow clears underneath that were about one column apart. It was pretty cool to see.
Hmm. And Influx looking for a sweet tea here. He's going to take the red, tuck in between. It gets some blue off the board. There's still a little bit of garbage, but this isn't going to cause too much of a problem on the right-hand side because yellow, there is none exposed right now. And as I say that, of course, finals just go like a whirlwind, more yellow exposed.
Alito finding himself with a very blue heavy top line, just trying to use his blue fragments to reveal other colors on his board as well as not make too much garbage. It can be a real balance. It can be a real balancing act sometimes when you're not getting the colors you need.
But take a look at this. This drop gets the horizontal
Mhm.
into two more verticals. So he is always really patient. And I was talking to Floyd last night, and it's he makes any kind of RNG look like good RNG because he's so patient with those setups.
Absolutely. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to say, "Oh, the best players get the best RNG," but they know what to do with that RNG. That's
Hmm.
that's part of what makes them so good.
Yeah, exactly. If things aren't going their way, they do know how to adjust and replan. Good right-hand side combo there for Influx. He's got 23, so he's about 13 back from Adelito, almost going into this level 17. So he's got to turn up that aggression just a little bit. And he's going to need a blue in the center of the board to keep these plans going. But he puts it on the side because I think that's signaling that he wants to take this yellow out horizontally. Yes, he does. But he's going to make some elaborate setups. He gets the T.
Very nice. Adelito has been wrestling with this column one right now. Just needs a fistful of reds to get out. Gonna go ahead and get the garbage tea clear. Doing a very nice job of just freeing up the column so he doesn't have to rely on a drop combo to kill off his last virus.
Hmm. Now, Influx in a little bit of trouble here in column 5. Those double yellows are going to be maybe taken out vertically, or he's going to go horizontal one by one, or hope that he gets the timber, that drop fat log. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but there was also a virus in column one that I had almost not noticed because I was so fixated on column five.
Right, right. Yeah, he is setting up for that timber, though. It's going to fall when he gets one more red. And a log out timber.
Very nice combo to get out of 16 by Influx. About a
Hmm.
yeah, about an 8-10, I want to say, and now it's about a
Meanwhile,
16 virus difference in this final level. But with
yeah.
everything clustered together like this, when you get to these really high levels, 16 viruses could literally mean just 10 pill drops.
Yeah, exactly. But you've got to make sure that you get out of danger. That Influx is going to need to take care of columns 6, 7, and 8. He can tuck in between on those yellows, but Adelito going to town here on this level 17, keeping a nice flat top line. And yeah, ooh, I'm curious to see how this right side goes with that red blue, what the plan is there. But he might be, yeah, these combos easy flowing.
Yeah, right now looking at Influx's board, yeah, this is the pill he's been waiting for so he can finally
Hmm.
attack column mate. He was getting a glut of blue pill halves that he really could not use to attack the top right hand side of his board. And when that happens, it starts to become more of a problem the more and more pills you get because the speed gradually increases once every 10 pills, and it's only a matter of time before that side of your board just becomes more difficult to reach.
Hmm. Meanwhile, Adelito down to single digits here, and a good combo there down. the middle of the screen. Now, this red yellow going to be perfect for him to take out those last group and just needs a couple more blues setting up for that horizontal, and he's out at a 956. Influx still with 21 viruses left to go.
Sub 10 is pretty good, but Adelito has some absolutely blazing times in this level block. So
Yeah, I mean, that's positively, glacial compared to the hot times here.
yeah,
Adelito's best time is an 8:02. So that one was a little bit of a walk in the park for him.
oh,
Oh,
Influx snapping his fingers, hoping for a double red so he could get the perfect clear.
oh, that would have been so good. Imagine ending a 14 through 17 on a perfect clear. That's every decision
And
you've made that day
also,
contributing to that
also as
outcome.
a note, he had two blue fragments side by side at the end of that, and the next pill was a double blue. So Dr. Mario's being a tease.
Mhm. And we have readies from both players, so we're going to get our countdown in just a second. And three, two, one, and pills.
Very nice board to start with for Influx here on this level 14. I really like how just incredibly neat and tidy everything is. Nice L clear. Already has the horizontal set up. Only problem now is a lack of access to red viruses.
Yeah, and Adelito dealing with the same thing. The opening of his board required a little bit more drop time than Influx's. You see there a little bit, but again, keeping things down, bringing them down really evenly, working on those horizontals, and working with this red here. Very nicely done, and a sweet tea.
hmm Influx just had a double yellow burst, which actually gave him precisely the amount of double yellows he needed to take out pretty much every single yellow virus he had access to. And as soon as that was over, he stopped getting yellows for a little while. So right now, RNG being very kind to him.
hmm And Adelito was behind a little bit in the beginning, but I think his board shape now, his board health, a little more favorable to clearing things off quickly. You see, when he gets one more red, he is going to drop quite a bit there. Beautifully done. Whereas Influx, a little bit locked up on that right hand side. This combo will do well for him. I think he's signaling that, yeah, he's going to open up this red to take the horizontal. Just 9 viruses left, these two battling back and forth.
Yeah, and Influx's endgame looks really, really clean right now. All he needs is a fistful of yellows. And Adelito's endgame also looking really clean. This is both of these players were pretty much stuck on their right hand sides, and both players just handling it really well.
And I believe Influx was out at about a 156. Adelito with that last yellow added to 203. So a little bit of a switcheroo there from last time. Looks like Influx is working on a red horizontal there. That's what the garbage is signaling. That's going to be a little bit tough to tuck. So we'll see how that goes. Double red would be great for him.
Yes, that will drop down the red fragment in column 5 though. That will make this a bit more tricky, and these levels are pretty high up, so it's not a gimme to get these done, but nice horizontal clear into a drop combo, and Influx's board is looking pretty much ready to go. He just has a little bit of a garbage situation here.
hmm
There you go.
And yeah, oh, that's looking good now. And Adelito with about a 4 virus lead. Nothing, nothing that can't be undone, of course. And ooh, I would love a double red blitz for him right now, Packy. What do you say?
Oh yeah, double red blitz actually sounds great right now.
Oh, but he gets away with the red blues. That actually worked way better. And he's down to 27, clearing out this board. But let's see. Is RNG going to provide with all those reds in the center?
Yeah, I mean, he has 10 red viruses left, but you don't real but a lot of them are clustered up, double clears, triple clears. You really don't need a whole lot of red pills to clear all that up, so it's not like you need a double red blitz necessarily to take care of all of it. See, right now, you need at least, I would say, 4 red fragments to take out all the red viruses here. So,
Hmm.
and and when they give you 2 at the same time, it's like, "Oh, okay, you need 1 more," but that's no big deal. He's pretty much free and clear.
Yeah, and this red yellow going to be great for Adelito, and Influx just needs one more yellow. Wow, we are so close. It's a 4-second game.
Mhm. Adelito's starting board here looks pretty promising. Not a whole lot to do with that blue-yellow to start off, but it looks like he's decided to stuff that down the board and set up a horizontal clear for the future and takes it right there. Bit of a clustered up red situation. That double red is gonna be a huge help.
And Influx didn't have much to do with reds on the top of this board, and you see he's clearing out blue, yellow, that's symbolizing just he did not really have a plan for that going on. And that makes sense. He takes a lot of red off the board. That little mini double red blitz, really helpful for him. He's down to 47. Adelito down to
Here comes the drop
38.
combo.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, he had that set up for a little while, and he was waiting for it while he was able to play other pills in other places they needed to be. Just a really good way to strategize all your drop combos and still be able to clear other things in the process instead of just being hampered by, "Oh, I need this horizontal clear or else I can't do anything."
Hmm. Now take a look at Influx. A lot is going to come off of that board. It was at first it looked like, wow, Influx can't get this board going too much, but he was just waiting for that to drop.
See that double yellow that Adelito just placed in column 6 and 7, when that drops down from this double red clear here, that's gonna set up the horizontal perfectly.
Man, that is the kind of foresight that elite players have. It is hard to drop down those horizontals like that and predict that that's going to go. Adding is sometimes a challenge when you're under this kind of pressure.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not in the habit of doing it, then it's pretty much accepted that you might have to sit there for a moment and count out all the rows that it's gonna drop down just to make sure everything lines up correctly.
Oh, but Influx takes out most of his left-hand side with that very, very patient combo. And he's going to be taking out that blue on the right-hand side uh, horizontally and dropping down a horizontal on those reds. So just needs, as you like to say, a fistful of blues.
Yep,
Hey,
and
now,
right now
Larva, I don't teach, I don't add, I just do calculus.
yeah, we forget our arithmetic to make room for it, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Now,
I know
both
that's a thing.
players, yeah, both players off to a good start on this level. Oh my, Influx tops out on level 17.
Well, at least it's early, so it's not the most catastrophic of top outs that you can ever experience, but it's not gonna help. But with a fortuitous start to his board here, he could close the gap very quickly.
Right. I mean, of course, when you top out, you just keep playing, you just start that level over. And again, like you said, just at the beginning, that's the time that you want that to happen. We've seen people get all the way down to the last virus and just stack everything up in the middle so high that they couldn't control it. That is heartbreaking. So glad that he's working on this and he's down to a 13 virus deficit. Not too big of a problem. And interesting play here from Adelito. Think that blue might be a little bit of a misdrop.
Yeah, when Influx restarted from that top out, I think he was about 16 viruses behind, and he has closed that gap considerably.
Yeah, closed it down to 3. And wouldn't this be remarkable if Influx topped out and then won? That would be pretty nuts.
It might be a first because I don't honestly recall that happening. Nice little T clear to clear out all the garbage.
Ooh, I think
Now
that
we
was a
got
double clear for Adelito.
a lot of
A
good stuff
double
going on.
T. Whew.
But man, this is a neck and neck match right now. Influx does also have about 2.5 extra seconds on his timer. So there's also that to account for, but this is really close.
Yeah, seriously. Now, Adelito, not a lot of use for yellow has set up, but is signaling that he wants to take out the yellows in row 2 in the center horizontally, and that will drop down some red in the center as well. It will take care of quite a bit.
Nice drop combo by Influx there. And Don, if I did indeed not acknowledge that, I apologize. But yes,
Ooh.
it's looking really good for both players. I mean, now Influx has a half a dozen virus lead at the pretty much at the
Oh,
end of the match now.
yeah, this is outstanding, and his play, look at that. He's down to 5, and he has everything well in hand. Only slight issue could be that uh, column
Tuck the
6,
dog.
but oh yeah,
Oh wow.
never mind.
He's
Woo!
good. 946.
Oh,
And he is
wow.
going to narrowly beat Adelito by 4 seconds.
And he says in chat, ain't no way. Yeah, way. Outstanding. And they tie it up, so the best of 5 becomes a best of 3. And every time we slay slaying in chat, top out strats, best strats. I don't think I could always agree, but here in this case, worked out.
We
Whew.
have a ready from Adelito. He is ready to roll for game 3. So our best of 5 is now a best of 3, and looks like Adelito might be getting himself a drink of water or take a breath of fresh air or something.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, after playing that decider with Dawn Influx, you're always really sort of tired about after that. You've got a little bit of decision fatigue. You're going to have to go play again. And if you're Influx, that you're going to go the distance probably with Adelito. So they're already setting up to do that. Outstanding. Do you think we're going to see any hot times, Packy?
I do expect to see at least one hot time before this is over. I mean, these two are just too good not to, and honestly, I think the best is yet to come in this match.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we did see in Influx's last match, going down 2-0 from Dawn, and he just stormed back. So we
All
had
right.
readies from both players.
And we are off for game 3, and Influx is the first out of the gate. Decent amount of blue on the top line, immediately goes to attack and gets 2 early double blues.
Wow, that is very lucky.
And now the double red fury.
Oh boy. Yep, he knows it's going to be followed by that red yellow. Wow. Oof. Adelito very high up there, but all strategic, and he definitely knows how to maneuver up top, even when playing on high. So very nicely done for Adelito.
It looks like Adelito's going to try to horizontal.
Ooh,
That's just perfect.
oh, wow. That was outstanding for Adelito. He does need a lot of red, and
And
RNG
look what he's
providing.
getting.
Of course. Of
Wow.
course.
Double red, double blue. This is just a bonanza.
Yeah, and look at the setup here for Influx. Boom, vertical, horizontal, double vertical. Outstanding.
Leo is going for this drop. Wow. I was trying to think of what to call that, but all I can
Drop
call it is awesome.
timber.
Now
Oh,
that is a sweet tea. I know what that is.
Now Influx with A nice combo, and he is really hoping well, he was really hoping for red and yellow to complete the fat log on the right-hand side. Would have taken out something to go on top of that yellow in column 7, but ooh, look at that. If he gets one more red, and it's the red that's friendly to him, he's just gonna drop down so much off this board.
Sub 2 minute level
Oh,
14 is outstanding.
wow. Great for Adelito and Influx with a very flat board. Probably looking to build some horizontals if he gets everything in the right order, which it looks like he is.
Yep, perfect. 216 out of 14. That's honestly a pretty good time.
Hmm. Now, Adelito having to deal with quite a bit of red blue. No use for yellow except as that strategic garbage we love to talk about. And getting a horizontal perhaps with the red. Not sure what he's going to do with it. Red yellow would be good for a horizontal. He gets it and drops into another combo.
A nice tuck T from Influx earlier with the double yellow. Lack of access to yellow viruses at the moment after that huge clear, but with some blue, he's going to be able to attack the left hand side of his board.
Looks like Adelito's going for blues horizontally, and he was very good at making some micro adjustments to make sure that he didn't waste the
Whoa!
blue. Okay.
Influx almost crashed his game.
And of course, that glitch, if you do too many clears with a single combo, you can actually cause the game to crash. And then Adelito, excuse me, Influx would have to start over again that level. But wow, just
Yeah,
narrowly avoids it.
yeah. Influx's combo game on full display. He's still 15 viruses behind, but doing really well to catch up on Adelito because or catch up or keep up with Adelito. Pardon me, because Adelito is on fire right now.
Hmm. Yeah, just gorgeous. Now, I
Looks like
think that blue yellow wasn't quite
yeah,
what he wanted, but there we go. And now he's probably going to go vertical on column 7 and then column 8. So there we go. Couple blues, and he'll be out at a 408. Woo!
yeah. And just to get an idea of how skilled Adelito is, you saw that 408 was red because you know he has his splits open and he's already behind his personal best for this level block. That's just how good he is.
Hmm. And meanwhile, Influx out at about a 430. Of course, you have your cursor right over your timer, but we can still tell. And 66 to 53 advantage Adelito. And of course, as I'm trying to say the score, he just rips a ton off his board.
Yeah, looking at Influx's board, with a decent amount of blue, he's going to be able to tear through the left-hand side of his board pretty quickly. Now he's got a couple of columns 1 and 3. It's going to dictate a little drop time. Might be tricky to handle down the road, but right now, so far so good.
A little bit of an issue there for Adelito. It looked like he was going for a different horizontal than he has the possibility for now. Notice he can drop some yellow down towards the top right-hand side of the board. There he goes. He drops it. He does take a little bit of garbage, but notice he's got another horizontal possibility for those yellows. So that is going to work out and drop that red from column 8.
Yeah, that horizontal on top of all his other clears, the setup was not quite ideal, and I think he just realized that he's going to have to take a little bit of garbage, so he's just going to cut bait as soon as he can, so he can quickly access the rest of his board again.
And meanwhile, Influx cutting down this lead down to a 6 virus lead for Adelito. And Influx had some great moves. There was a drop T, just looking so good here. And is going to tuck in between. As soon as he gets blues, he has the opportunity for blue yellow or blue red, and he gets the blue red, tucks it to the side. Wonder how he's going to tackle all these yellows there, Packy.
Adelito just made a misplay on the top of column 1 that's a bit concerning because he's basically totem poled up there right now. That clear was a big help, though. I mean, just in
Mhm.
the blink of an eye, he's fixed it, getting all the right pills he needs to clean everything up.
There he goes. He's
Some
out at a
big
640.
heat,
But
big
look at
heat
this
coming up
play
right here.
from Influx. Very nicely done, taking so much off of the board. And these blue reds, very helpful for him. I think he's going to be trying to get that red horizontal. Oh, maybe not. Going for the
I
blue
wonder.
horizontal first.
Yeah, I kind of wondered if he was going to try it for the fat log, but that locks you into needing specific pills. So just take one at a time and keep it simple.
Hmm. And so that end game put Influx back behind the 8 ball. There we've got a 16 virus deficit, which is going to be tough, especially if Adelito gets the reds that he desperately needs.
Yeah, Influx's starting board on 17, that is literally the most floaty looking board I have ever seen in my life on level 17. Like
Yeah.
there was this like two-row void just just beneath the first two rows of viruses, and you normally don't see that kind of open space when you play these later levels.
And now the deficit is over 20 viruses because Influx was having a little trouble getting that board started. It was tough. But this red horizontal is going to be great. A
Oh, very
drop
nice.
T into another vertical. Beautifully done. Meanwhile, Adelito tucking to the side, that double red. And pretty straightforward board here, actually, because of all the doubles.
I mean, he's pretty much getting everything he needs. He sets up
Hmm.
the horizontal clear. Everything's just so neat and tidy. Looks like he looks. I believe he's signaling he wants to possibly set up a T here. Yep.
Hmm. That's going to be really good. It's going to drop the blue on top of column 2. And meanwhile, I think Influx setting up for perhaps a T of his own. Yeah, using those red blues. It's going to happen. It's going to drop down. Boom. Nice cross.
Whoa!
Oof.
On top of another triple simultaneous clear. Starting to get a little afraid he might be trying to crash the game again.
Oof.
But
And in
Adelito's out at a 9-12.
whew, and that is just outside of our hot times. The 19th, 20th hottest time is 9:08. So you're gonna have to do slightly better than that, Adelito, if you're gonna give us the hot time that me and Packy want to have happen. But all right, let's see if Influx can take the next game and send us to a decider.
If he does, it'll be quite the marathon for Influx.
Right?
But it would also be quite the feat.
All right. Influx is ready. Adelito is ready. Adelito saying, so sub 9 time?
I mean, that works.
Yeah, it'll do it. Influx saying, not today. Well, who? Surprise yourself. And 3, 2, 1, and pills.
And Influx is first out the gate, and Adelito is swift to follow. Not a lot of blue access early on for Influx, but he's got enough blue access to set himself up quite nicely here. There's another triple simultaneous clear.
Mm.
And here's Dr. Mario handing him a whole lot of yellow.
And he's off to about a half dozen virus start. Adelito has just needed quite a bit of blue, not really getting it. But, ooh, great drop horizontal. But he's going to need to keep getting those blues to open up that board. Luckily, he got just the right amount.
Yeah, I really like to look at Adelito's board. So many double clear opportunities just waiting for him. and there are many different colors as well. It's just
Mhm.
this is one of those speedrunners' dream boards.
Yeah, the top was not amazing, but things are looking really good. And now Adelito has flipped the lead that Influx had at just the beginning. Influx working on a drop T, and a bunch of other stuff is going to fall underneath. Boom! That was a monster combo.
Influx has really shown off his combo game in this match. It's been really fun to watch. It's been a little concerning a few times for the possibility of crashing the game, but look at that horizontal drop clear by Adelito. Just excellent.
Really nice. Looks like a fat log could be a possibility. He is going to take the drop time there on the left-hand side and takes the blue horizontal first, just needs one more red, and he'll be out at a 152.
Ooh.
Nicely done.
Sub 2 on any levels in this block is excellent. So
Mm.
Adelito really putting the pedal to the metal in this game 4.
Woo! And Influx is going to have really nice horizontal drop out at a 217. The very end of that end game was, looking like, oh, there's a lot of garbage there. Nope. Setting up for a great combo.
It's just a matter of getting the right pill at the right time so you can just finish what you started. And now Dr. Mario's giving him a whole lot of yellow, and now it's finally done.
Oh,
Whoa!
oh my, that was
That
very close again.
was that a reverse figure four?
Oh,
That's what I thought it was. Nice T here. No access to yellow viruses. Those seem to be well down his board, which is a little concerning because yellow is a common color, but
mm-hmm,
it's not like he's getting bombarded with double yellows anymore, so now every pill does have use.
mm-hmm. All right. Adelito getting a red horizontal off of the board. Looks like could be trying to take out yellow horizontals as well when he gets that done. Whoop. Perhaps changed tacks just a little bit before those pills showed up. But again, it's just still a 6 virus game between these two outstanding players. Nice combo from Influx. He's going to
Mhm.
want a lot of blue now, Packy.
Oh, look at that combo by Adelito. A drop L clear into an additional combo clear. That's He might have a little bit of a hard time accessing his viruses in column 3 right now, but other than that, his endgame looks really clean. But Influx looks like he's taking the lead.
Yeah, just slightly. And this last pill is going to do it. He's out at a 407. And Adelito working on a horizontal and a vertical. And oh, that double blue coming just at the right time for a 409.
A lot of promising double clear opportunities for Influx on this board. It's just a matter of maintaining the color diversity at the top so he has use for everything. And as long as he can maintain that, he's going to tear through this level 16.
Mm, wow. Yeah, and we know that Adelito has been grinding hard. That 0 to 20 record has been just taken away from him, and he's been putting up streams that say lots of resets because he wants that back. He wants to get the right seed. Oop. Influx not happy about that drop in column 3. I think he wanted to go horizontal on the reds, but flip the yellow red a little bit the wrong way.
Yeah, this board, I mean, it looks complicated for Influx, but you know that he's just one pill like that away from cleaning
Mm-hmm.
everything up.
Yep. That drop there with the blue, useful for Adelito to clear out some of the top of this board. Yep, now a little more diversity opened up and a great short stack on the left-hand side. So this is really cleaning up a lot of doubles on this board.
Looking at these boards, I like Adelito's a bit more because I see more double opportunities as well as that in between clear on column 6 if he chooses to take it.
It will be a little tough to build up to that, but so he's going to go vertical from the top, but it's going to be really clean end game. Meanwhile, Influx looks like still signaling a horizontal on the red there on the left-hand side. It will drop down the yellow on top and open up quite a bit of the bottom of that board. So we're going to be waiting on that. Meanwhile, gets a combo with a horizontal, and this red starts to show up.
So Adelito manages to get out about 8 viruses before Influx does and is now on his final level. And he could very well be 65 viruses away from claiming the monthly title for April 2024. It's not over yet, but Influx has some ground to make up.
Hmm. This endgame is just kind of torturous here for Influx, but he gets that blue drop, very useful. And now he dropped the reds horizontally, but that column 2, a little bit heartbreaking. You want those blues just a little
Just a
bit to the
little bit to the
left.
left.
Exactly. And he's out at a 707.
Look at this drop combo by Adelito. What a quad.
Oh, goodness.
It's just so great because it's easy to focus on one board, and then with players of this caliber, you can just kind of suddenly look over at the other field and say, "Oh, here's a combo."
Exactly. Yeah, we can be a little more relaxed about calling because there's no way we're going to catch every single piece of this action. Influx still very high up at the top of his board. No danger of topping out there, especially with that long drop, but he is 18 viruses back.
Yeah,
Oops,
it is
22.
22 to 44 unless Influx has something completely mysterious up his sleeve. It looks like Adelito is pretty much in control of this match. Nice horizontal clear to free up the double clears right underneath.
Yeah, and it did look like Influx had almost glitched out the game again. It just looks like quite a bit of the time when he makes a big combo, his game just stutters a tiny bit, and it really makes my blood pressure rise.
Yeah, Dr. Mario just cannot handle Influx's combo game right now.
No, definitely not. Hoping he wants this blue yellow. A lot of that's gonna
There it is.
fall. Cascade quite a few verticals, but Adelito down to 5.
Yeah, it looks like he probably just wants to go vertical on column 6 and then get that horizontal with the red on the bottom of his board. Now he just needs a couple of blue and then a red.
But
Okay,
the
and takes it out or vertically, and now he's out at a 902. There's your hot time.
Hey, snuck right in. That is the top 10 hot time, tied with himself and Frank. So nicely done. Thank you for delivering. And congratulations, Adelito, for winning yet another monthly.
Very well done, Adelito, and very well done, Influx, showing off a combo game that this game's code is barely able to handle right now.
Exactly. Outstanding. And this L is going to do wonders for this and just needs one more. He's out at a 943.